team win. Guys played very hard defensively. I thought the energy was great to hold their leading scores to lower shot attempts and as well as some inefficiency. So our players did their job today on both sides of the ball, and it was a good win.
Andy, you talked about the need for toughness and rebounding after the loss to Oregon, and team-wise, I think 44 to 24 in rebounds tonight, and DJ Rodman as well with 14. How big was he, and how big was just the emphasis on crashing the glass?
Yeah, it's frustrating when you get out rebounded every game, and we have been lately. And tonight, I thought we showed a lot of toughness defensively. First of all, to make them miss, and then secondly to try to rebound the ball. And I thought we were flying around on defense, meaning we were rotating, had energy, and we also showed some toughness. So I was proud of our guys.
Coach, I know, you've been searching for answers. Do you think you found something with Bronny, Uzziah, and Boogie starting?
Well, it worked tonight. I thought they played great. Boogie was terrific. He shared the ball. He made the right play at the right time over and over again. He only had 3 assists, but he probably had some hockey assists in there. He threw it to the open guy, and then that guy drove it or shot it or got the assist. So I think you look at 22 assists with 7 turnovers. Bronny 6 assists. He had 13 this week. Boogie's been playing very well, sharing the ball, and Uzziah, you see his confidence growing, and very, very impressed with him. He actually had 3 rebounds tonight, so the first 3 rebounds of his career, so it was pretty impressive.
Andy, you mentioned the defense, especially on the leading scorers.
They fell into his hands, by the way.
We'll make a note of that. You mentioned the defense, especially on the leading scorers. What did you think of Bronny's assignment on Jordan Pope and how he did?
Well, the first play of the game, we only had 1 day to prep, but first play of the game, he got off his body and Pope made a 3, so much for preparing. But then Bronny gave great effort, then Uzziah switched off on him, and we had other guys switch, and to hold him to 4 shot attempts because they run every play for him on the other end. And Pope is so good because he changes speeds, he knows how to use screens, he's a terrific shooter, great player. So just to hold him to 4 shot attempts was and he had 6 turnovers. So I thought we made him work, and he had a couple open shots and did a good contested shots, but you try to make their leading scorer work, and tonight we did that.
Coach, talk about Kajani's game. Really played well tonight. It seems like he plays under control. He gets the minutes, he doesn't rush things. His offensive, he led you guys at halftime in scoring. What have you seen in his development?
Well, he's as you said, offensively, he has a better feel. He's not as rushed. He's not off balance as much. He's setting himself. He looks like a good offensive player right now. I thought he made a good post move against Oregon on Thursday night where he 1-2 dribble in the lane, set himself, and so it's nice to see that development. And we need our big guys to do that. We have to have some scoring, and then we have to have rebounding. I thought Vince Uwachukwu was dominant in his 6 minutes before he sprained his ankle. He was terrific. Gosh, he was on offense and defense. He challenged shots, and even Arrington and Josh were good tonight with their length, and of course AP set a record by 3 fouls in 30 seconds, but fouled out. Never seen that before. 3 fouls in 30 seconds, but anyway, I thought our bigs did a good job.
You got the message from the last game.
It's pretty simple. You rebound, you defend, you play minutes, and then if you can set yourself and make a layup or 2 or a lane shot, you probably play more minutes.
Are you okay? I'm sorry. Are you okay when Arrington fouls out like that because he's hustling, but that technical was part of that foul?
Well, he's 18 years old, so I'll leave it at that. We love him, but he's 18.
Beyond the obvious, ending the losing streak, getting a win, etc. What does a game like this do for the psyche of these guys?
Well, basketball is supposed to be a competitive sport and have some fun doing it. And if you lose too much, you don't have much fun. We hope this is a nice way to start this week on the road. We have 2 tough road games coming up, and hopefully Isaiah Collier can get back and we can put our team together like we wanted to here for most of the season. It's been very challenging with all the injuries and people running in and out of lineups because of sickness and injuries, and then once they come back, it takes a couple games to even get to where you were before they got hurt. And so hopefully this will be give our guys some confidence and make them feel good that they can play at this level if they do the right things.
Speaking of confidence, Harry had EMP last game versus Oregon. He came
played against Oregon a minute and a half, I think. No, I'm sorry. No, he didn't play against Oregon. It was the game before that. He played great tonight. You know, first, I think he missed his first three, and then he had made a defense mistake, and after that, he was terrific. He just did everything for us. And he's very skilled, he's very smart, very tough. And we need more of that. Benchers are huge for us tonight with, I think, 40 points or 47 points.
Andy, congratulations on the win. Can you update us anything about Vince? And secondarily, what was the thinking about having Kobe on the bench for a long stretch before you put him in the first half?
Well, Vince sprained his ankle in the first half. I think everybody saw that. And look, if this was Game 7 of the NBA Finals, we probably could have put him back in. But when you have a sprained ankle and the doctor said, hey, if you don't have to play him, don't play him. That's what we did. So he's going to try to get some therapy here, get some ice, and be ready to go on Wednesday night. We need him on the road. He played great tonight. He's had a couple of really good days of practice. And then Kobe, we took DJ out of the lineup. We took Kobe out of the starting lineup, and then the rotation tonight seemed to work for the most part. And we'll keep felt a lot of different lineups this year. Tonight just seemed to work. So.
Is that a little, tough taking a captain kind of out of the starting lineup, and how did he kind of respond to that?
I thought he had a lot of energy when he came in the game, and he had 4 assists, no turnovers. He missed a couple easy shots, but I thought he was very effective. Played great defense.
You mentioned as well, Bronny, the 13 assists this week. Obviously, a lot put on his shoulders just when Isaiah went down, and particularly with his conditioning, ramping up from what happened this summer. I mean, just what have you seen about this week about how he's kind of really assumed that role as point guard and sharing the ball?
Yeah, he's had a good week. I think he's a freshman, and to go through what he did, he missed a lot of time to go through preseason, and then he didn't play until December. So he's a young player, and I think you've seen some growth out of him. At least I have. I've seen a lot of growth out of him, and when Boogie and Isaiah were out together, it gave these guys an opportunity to play more minutes as a group. And now I think Bronny and Isaiah Sellers have stepped their games up and improved.
With the rebounding last game, you just talked about how you really weren't happy with the bigs. Did they hear you? Did you tell them that behind closed doors? Like, what just sparked tonight, out rebounding them by 20?
Well, we did it behind closed doors, out on the street, and everywhere else. Okay, so bigs got to rebound. You can't have a good rebounding team if your bigs got to start it off. Your guard, it'd be nice if your guards rebound too, but Drew Peterson led us in rebounding last year, 7.5 a game, and Drew's not on our team right now. So big guys need to rebound the ball.
You talked about Ozai and the confidence that he's gained. What's his ceiling? It seems like he could be potentially a guy that can score points like Boogie does for you.
That's why we recruited him. We saw that potential, but he's come a long way. He's put on 15 pounds since last year. He's played great defense tonight. He's a tremendous shooter, but you just can't be if you're just a spot up shooter, you can't play at this level unless you have 4 other guys around you that do everything. So you saw him put the ball on the floor numerous times tonight. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot, but he needs a rebound. That's another part of his growth that needs to come. This is the first 3 rebounds in his career or since grade school, so that was helpful. But he is really. You can see his confidence and his toughness, and we think he's going to be a terrific player. And we need him to help us now, which he's doing.
How big was just DJ tonight with his energy and talking about him kind of transferring in? I mean,
Well, I told we made a goal today to get double-digit rebounds, which he did. That was impressive. I thought he was extremely active. He looked athletic. He boxed out, and then he made some really good plays for his teammates.
He made that goal, or coaching staff did?
I just told him before the game. I said, we need double-digit rebounds for you. Can you get more than 10 or more? He said, I got you, coach.
Andy,
I should have said that every game to him.
yeah, should for every next game too. But I saw during one of the huddles in the second half, you were outside the huddle talking to Vince, who obviously didn't play in the second half. What were you talking to him about?
I told him that he played great when he was in there. Said, I'm sorry you hurt your ankle. I said, but we're gonna need you next week. And I said, if this was a game 7, we put you back in right now, but it's not. And so, but you played great. Just trying to pump him up because I thought he was really dominant. He was terrific.
Coach, you had a big lead late in the game, and there were a lot of key players still out there. Was that a bit of a recognition on your part that there's still a lot of chemistry building that maybe needs to happen in just a limited amount of time for that to happen?
Well, Vince was out and AP fouled out, you know, and it was nice to get Zach Brooker and JD Plow in the game last 2 minutes because they're such a big part of our team. With all the injuries, they practice more than most of our starters this year because they never get hurt and everybody else does. So they've actually improved as players. JD's one of the best rebounders on the team. You saw him get an offensive rebound, and you know we had a contest who was the best walk-on we've ever had here, and it came down to Zach and Kurt Karras, and when Zach shot the air ball tonight, you know, Kurt kind of smiled and said I might have taken the lead. But Zach and JD were great. They've been great all season, so it's nice to be able to get them in, you know, a 2-minute stretch, and they're both good players.
On that note, as a head coach, when you're up by 30, when you look up at the clock, when do you decide it's the time to, you know what, let's put these guys in? When do you make that decision?
It's nice to have that opportunity to do. I'll tell you that. But yeah, try to give them. We try to give them a little more time than we probably normally would. But we had a big lead, and so I guess it's game to game. Or someone will tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, we got Zach down there, and so. But it is nice to have that opportunity because they deserve it.
Andy, just how did you think that, you know, Ronnie, Boogie, Josiah, you know, when you did start them, that kind of 3-guard alignment offensively, what were you seeing just as far as how the ball was moving and the flow that you really kind of liked?
I thought they did a good job defensively, first of all, because you can't play that small if you don't defend and rebound. And so those are our 3 smallest guys, and I thought they really were tough on defense. And they shared the basketball. I was really impressed with Boogie tonight because he had a lot of playmaking opportunities. He was just hitting the right guy, the open guy, over and over and over again. Whether it was the big man, the cross-court pass, the back action, the strong side, he was just making the right plays. And then Josiah and Bronny, I thought, off Boogie's initial playmaking, were really good.
Coach, let's say a month ago, you thought you could win a conference game by 30 points with Isaiah, Kobe, and Boogie combining for 10 points?
Probably not. You know, it's a credit to our players. Some guys are improving. We still have some work to do. I thought we were playing really well in that Cal-Stanford week when we won those 2 games, and I thought our team was gelling. We scored 84 and 93 points and had 29 assists, and then Stanford 18 assists, 6 turnovers, and that's when the 3 guys went out with Josh. Boogie hurt himself against Stanford, and then of course Isaiah with his hand. Tonight it's nice to get back to that type of thing with 22 assists and 7 turnovers. I thought I saw a lot of similarities between today's game as well as the Cal and Stanford games because of how we were moving the ball, how we were defending, and how we were sharing it with not turning the ball over. And hopefully this can continue next week.
Might be preliminary to think
Last
about.
one.
But, you know, when you do get Isaiah back, how do you kind of reintegrate him into, you know, that 3-guard kind of alignment?
Well, unfortunately, we've had a lot of experience of integrating players back on our team this year. So I'm sure we'll figure it out or try to figure it out. As coaches, sometimes you put lineups out there and it works, and sometimes it doesn't work as much. So it's a little unpredictable, but we just want to get him back, get him out there. He's a big part of our team, and you know, we can't be the team we thought or could be without our full team roster being healthy and gelling together.
All right, thank you,
Thank
Andy.
you.
Thanks, Coach.